Hello, peeps. Welcome to episode 2 of Makeup for Teens. I'm your host, Tay Rosé. I actually like this intro, okay? That's one. Two, I also am liking that I'm standing up, I'm not sitting down, so I have more fluidity to feel free. And then three, I did get a new microphone, so it should be more crisp for my audio listeners versus my visual people that are watching and listening here on YouTube. I know my voice sounds very different, but I like to keep it calm and quiet. Not quiet, but calm for a podcast versus if I were to do a vlog or if I were to talk about a product on my channel. But that is besides the point. So today's video is going to be focusing on our brand NYX Cosmetics. Now, I was very excited to talk about NYX Cosmetics. I was excited to talk about e.l.f. too, but NYX is another brand that has been stepping it up. Now, I remember this brand in 2009, and I'm going to give you a little backstory about when I discovered them. If you are older, you may remember back in 2009, Urban Original. They were one of the first few shopping websites before Shein appeared. There was Urbanog, there was Amy Clubwear, there was Pink Ice, Wet Seal. I can go on, but I will not do that. But again, I know a lot of you are teenagers, and there might be other young people that are unaware of what in the heck those brands are. So I'm just gonna get started with my story of when I discovered NYX Cosmetics. So now I was back to school shopping in 2009. And if you are someone that's back to school shopping, you want to start early. I was doing this back to school shopping around July of 2009, okay? And I remember I was shopping for shoes because that's what Urban Nog was known for and still is to this day, but they changed their name to Cape Cardin. I forgot. They're also on Shein, but anyway. So I also saw cosmetics, and I wanted to up my makeup game at the time because I just had one lip gloss, one lipstick. I wanted to expand into my makeup creativity world, if that makes any sense. And so I decided to click on NYX Cosmetics. Yes, it was on the website. So I clicked on there and I saw that they had this matte lip color. And they had a few shades at the time of my discovery. And so the one color that stuck out to me was Purple Rain. Yes, Purple Rain. I forget if it was like a deep purple or if it was a lavender purple. I forget, but it was a beautiful shade at the time. And plus, I was going into my freshman year of high school. So I'm thinking to myself, yes, I need to enter into the freshman year with a bang. And then on top of that too, I was transferring schools. I was transferring from my middle school and going into a new high school. So I'm thinking new lip color, new clothes, new year, who this? That's what I was thinking at the time. So that is when I had discovered NYX Cosmetics. And I can say that I loved that lip color so much. Obviously, I don't have it anymore because I just went pan mode on it. Like I used to wear it with, I don't know if a lot of you remember the brand Dollhouse for my older listeners and my older viewers as well. Well, Dollhouse was a brand and they had this corset like top. And I remember they collaborated with Paris Hilton at the time. And so I bought that and I bought this bubble sleeve plaid shirt. I'm gonna see if I can find it so I can put it on my YouTube posts because I've been supposed to find it and I never did. But the other shirt, I don't have a picture of that. But the Dollhouse shirt I'm talking about right now it was black and white. It was gingham and it had like a leather corset type belt. So that is what I would wear with it. And then to add pop of color to my face, your girl would wear the Purple Rain lipstick by NYX. Yes, I used to wear that on repeat. I had other clothes too, yeah, but that was a color that I would wear. And because I started off my year with that, I end up flourishing in makeup and flourishing in fashion. Hence my win of the 2013 best dress, but that's a story for another day. I'm going to move on to the products that I have used by NYX Cosmetics growing up from high school and college and until today. So the first product I want to talk to you about is the NYX Brow Pencil. And a disclaimer, if you see me looking over here, because that's where my notes are, I don't want to have the notepad in front of me. That's terrible presentation. So I just have my notes right here. So again, Brow Pencil is the first product I that I've used. I'm not wearing it right now, but I can say that the micro brow pencil is truly amazing. It's not too big to make a difficult brow arch. It is the perfect size to make that perfect brow arch, and then you could fill that bad boy in. So you could draw the lines and then you color it in, almost like a coloring book when we were little, except for her face. So that's product I've used, and I love that it has a spoolie. So it's perfect for travel and spending the night elsewhere, or even if you're going to school, you grab that first thing in the morning, you put it in your pencil case or wherever you put your makeup. Another product that I have used that I love very much is the NYX Brow Gel. Now that brow gel, it is truly amazing. Like that bad boy, you put that on your brows and you slick it, it is going to stay for the entire day. It's not gonna fumble, it's not gonna move. It is going to stay. It is there to stay. The third product that I have used is the NYX Butter Lip Gloss. I have 4 shades from the regular collection: Maybelline, Fortune Cookie, Ginger Snap, and then there was another pinky shade. I think it was Angel Food. I can't find it. Don't know where that disappeared to, but I have that. But I bought 2 additional shades from the NYX Butter Gloss Bling collection. Alright, and I feel like it is really moisturizing, and those are very pigmented. So those are products I've used and I have loved. I remember my second oldest niece, she had her formal this year, and so I gave her my Fortune Cookie Butter Gloss, and I end up I end up buying back the Fortune Cookie for myself because I'm like, hey, that color is very versatile. You put that on with a dark brown lip liner, you're going to get the perfect shade for someone like my skin tone. The NYX eyeshadow palettes are really amazing. I don't remember the products or the palettes I've had exactly growing up, but I do have some NYX eyeshadow palettes now, and I can say that those are truly pigmented. They truly blend in with ease, and you can see the color. Again, I'm someone that on a regular basis, on a regular day, I'm going plain and safe with my browns and my golds, okay? But I do love their eyeshadow palettes. It's truly amazing, and plus too, it is affordable. I also have used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop collection. I've used the foundation, I've used the concealer, I've used the mattifying setting powder, I've used everything. Like that mess is amazing. Like NYX did their thing, and I feel like personally, I think that's what really took off NYX Cosmetics since 2018, which is ironic because it's been 6 years since they've made the Can't Stop Won't Stop collection, and since then that product is the most talked about to this day. There are other brands that try to copy or duplicate, but I know for a fact that Can't Stop Won't Stop collection is amazing to this day. Like that is like how people would say holy grail. To me, that is considered a holy grail. So I have the foundation. Never does me wrong. It blends in beautifully. 1 and 2, it stays matte. It's a matte finish for those of you who are interested into what this collection is. It's for the oily skin people, the combination skin people who have an oily T-zone. That mess stays matte. The concealer gives you full coverage, just like the foundation. That is my main go-to going to work because I have dark circles. I'm older now, so I need that to cover my dark circles. That is also good. And then the setting powder, really the face powder, that is also amazing as well. I discovered that one last year, and since then I've been buying that, and I can say that is truly amazing. So I do love the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop collection, and from my mouth to NYX ears, do not change the formula. The formula is perfect as is. Do not change it. I also have used the NYX Milky Gloss. Now, when I first saw it on their Instagram and saw it in person, I'm thinking that the color payoff was going to be as is, right? So I'm trying it, and at first I did not like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not like it. I did not. But as of recently, I've tried the NYX Milky Gloss, and I have like this milky pink color. I forget the shade, I apologize. But I have that shade, and that works like a gem. That is truly amazing. The trick is that you have to apply an appropriate color lip liner, or those pH changing lip balms. I don't like those, but you have to apply those before you put on the lip color, the lip gloss, and you have the perfect shade. So that's what I've been doing as of lately, or that's what I did recently, and I've been liking it. So I have tried the NYX Milky Gloss. I also have tried their cream and highlighter stick. Now this one I did not buy with my money. This one I actually got from Influencer. And I remember I got this from them, I believe 5 or 4 years ago. I do not remember. But again, at the time, before influencers started to change things, you had to be really fortunate to get a certain Vox box. And so I was very fortunate to get that Vox box to try the cream and highlighter. Alright. So I can say that the shade that I got was tan. And it blends in beautifully. And it also goes onto the skin with ease. Like it glides on, it's not too rough on the skin. I can blend it out, and then my skin is just left shining on them. A couple more products that I have tried from NYX is the liquid shadows. Now I know I barely play with it on my YouTube, but I do have 3 shades because I was like, ooh, I'm going to do some looks. Like that was my thought process, but unfortunately there was so much that was going on last year that I ended up not doing it. It was a lot of excitement, to say the least, and plus 2, I wanted to enjoy my summer before I went back to work. So I bought those 3, but like I said, they are truly pigmented and they actually glide on and they match the color that they do in the packaging. Okay, so they are truly amazing, and the colors are just mesmerizing. I do have 3 shades. I have like a metallic green, a metallic blue, and like a pink, and those are good. But if you want to see me do a separate video on just the liquid eyeshadows, let me know in the comments below. And then finally, I have tried the Sweet Cheeks blush, and I believe that was in the shade Summer Dream. I wore that mess since I bought it all the way to a couple years ago, and since then I went pan mode on that color. So unfortunately I have had to throw it out, and so I'm working towards other blushes. But Sweet Cheeks and Summer Dream, that is a go-to. That's a perfect orange for all season. Fall, winter, spring, and summer. That's all you need in the orange nude category. That's all you need for a blush, and you're good to go. But that's beside the point. Like, those blushes are truly pigmented, and they glide onto the skin, and it's not too much. Okay? Especially the color I got. It is not too much. It is perfect. It is amazing. Those are products that I have tried from NYX Cosmetics. And obviously, since then I've been doing my research, and I'm thinking to myself, what can I recommend to my teen girlies who are just getting into makeup? Before I move into recommendations, one product that I did try was the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I remember when I first bought it, I was grossed out because every time it's almost finished and you squeeze out, it farts. And I'm just like, why are you farting? And I was just like, ugh. But it does fill in your pores, especially if you're someone with large pores like myself. It does help with the large pores to minimize it, and it does keep your face mattified as well. Now I can move on to recommendations, okay? So obviously the first thing I'm going to recommend for you teen girlies are the NYX Butter Gloss. My second oldest niece, I gave her the fortune cookie because she wears brown lip liner, so I gave her that. I do recommend Maybelline because it is very common, it's very appropriate for all ages. Ginger Snap, that would I recommend it to teenagers? I don't know. I didn't wear that growing up. I just started to delve into bold dark lip colors when I entered college. So I wouldn't recommend, if you're going into middle school, high school, to do ginger snap as a color. I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend either Fortune Cookie or Maybelline. Those are the two shades that you need in your collection. Okay. I also recommend the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. Now for myself, I'm in the shade tan. I did try caramel, but I didn't like how it looked on myself. So I had to try tan for me. And that mess is perfect. I believe in that one there are a few shades, or I'd like to say several. There are several shades, so you have to do some research and think, okay, I'm this skin tone, which shade would match better for me? So you have to do some research, one. And two, Ulta has people that will help you with both drugstore and high end. So if you are really delving into makeup, you are just getting started and you don't feel like doing the research, go to Ulta. Ulta will give you some perfect recommendations for your shade match. When it comes down to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder, they will help you. That's what they're there for. So you don't have to do it on your own. I also recommend, for you girls out there, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I know growing up, going into high school, I didn't do my brows. I just got them shaped, but that was about it. College is when I started to delve into the brow products. But if you're in high school and you want your brows to be slayful, yeah, then I would recommend the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. The shade that I get is Espresso. It's like a soft dark brown. That's what I get for every single one of my NYX brow products. I don't like to get the black because the black is too intense. So my recommendation for you is to go a shade lighter than to go in a shade darker, or to go for that dark shade. For instance, if you are someone who has dark brown black hair like myself, do not buy black because then it's going to look very harsh on your face. Go for Espresso because that is what I'm wearing right now, and I can say that it doesn't make my brows look heavy. It's soft and it matches my hair color. So I recommend that. I also recommend the NYX Slim Lip Pencil because those are perfect dupes for the MAC Cosmetics lip pencils. Okay, I remember I had the shade brown. That is truly amazing. That pairs perfect with all the NYX butter glosses that I mentioned, the Maybelline and the Fortune Cookie. Okay, I also tried the neutral one. It's like a pinky shade. I don't know how I feel about it on myself, but if you're someone that is opposite of my skin tone, it should work for you. It should work for you. But if you are like my skin tone or darker, then stick with the brown. I do recommend the NYX Milky Gloss because it is light and it is appropriate. It's not too much flush. I would even recommend it for, I know this is going to be controversial, but I would even recommend it for middle schoolers because it's not too heavy, it's not too pigmented. It's the right flush of color. That's all you need for a teenager, especially if you're just starting into the makeup realm. That's all you need and you're good to go. A couple of other products, or a few other products I recommend, are the Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette. Now, I have this 5-pan Ultimate palette. I think that was in Utopia, but it has like a purple brown shade, so I would not recommend that. But I do recommend you get the Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette because it has all neutrals and it's perfect for every skin tone. If it were me now, like back then, I would have just worn all mattes. Cause I know my oldest niece, she did that growing up. She just wore all the orange. But if it were me, I would wear the matte browns, the matte nudes. But I'm a bold girl. Your girl had to do the gold shimmer, which they have the shimmer shades in there as well. So I would recommend that. It is subtle, it is appropriate. You don't want to, I feel like you don't want to do brights just yet. You want to start off slow but sure. You want to start off with the neutrals palette first. And then once you start to get the hang of eyeshadow, then I say knock yourself out and go ahead for the brights. Brighten it out. Brighten that hallway. Brighten it out. It is you. Be creative, okay? Second to final product is the Sweet Chicks blush. I talked to y'all about the shade already that I recommend, and that is Summer Dream. It's a beautiful orangey shade. It glides onto the face perfectly. And then finally, I recommend the Pore Filler Primer. Especially if you are, I'll say like 15, 16, and you notice that you have larger pores around your cheek area, then I would say purchase that, because then you get to flatten it out and you will see that you have little to no pores, one, and two, it'll make your face mattified. Like, I'm not even joking you, it really does mattify your face. So this is my second episode of NYX Cosmetics, and I do thank those of you who watched my first episode. Do please be sure to share these episodes with other people, okay? So that way they can be informed on what is okay for teenagers to wear. And I'm not saying that what I'm saying is to go to, and then what I'm not saying is not appropriate, but someone again on Lemonade asked me for recommendations, so I decided to make it a series here on YouTube. Okay, so I'm sharing what I wore and what I feel is appropriate, but if you want to go beyond that, then that's you. So the next episode, I'm gonna try to get these out as soon as possible, but I have other content that I'm working on, so bear with your girl. So the next brand I'm going to talk about is Maybelline, because there was a lot of Maybelline in my makeup collection starting in 6th grade until today, because I do have some Maybelline products to this day that are in my collection. So that is going to be coming up next. Thank you for tuning into Makeup for Teens, and I'll catch you in the next episode.